We need to talk about Project 2025.
He says, "You're not going to be a dictator, are you?" I said, "No, no."
Okay, let's talk about it. Dr. Neely Fuller said that if you are not talking about racism and white supremacy, what it is and how it operates, you are not addressing the problem. And that is clearly the problem here. Y'all better dust off your ISIS papers, and if you don't have it, go get it and read it. It is high time that we address white supremacy for what it is and what it's doing to the world globally. If you don't get it by now that we're literally dealing with a bunch of psychopaths, then you're not living in the real world. No longer can consumerism and capitalism be the band-aids to coddle society. People are literally waking up, and I know that's a term that's been co-opted, but it is the truth. It's easier for you to see beyond the veil when you're starving and when your rights are literally being stripped from you. They're starting with Roe v. Wade and all of that, and they will not be satisfied until they are able to have the original picnics again, until they are able to have lynching parties and shit like that, because this is what it's coming to. And if you can't understand the psychology of whiteness, you better read a freaking book. This is the reason why they don't want to have diversity, equity, and inclusion. This is the reason why they don't want critical race theory. These are the reasons. It is because of white supremacy. These people are fucking psychotic. Point blank, period. The abortion ban is not because they want all women to have babies. They want white women to have babies. White women are not having enough children, and they have a fucking problem with that. So we all have to suffer and be thrown into their bullshit because white women aren't having enough kids for them to maintain their superiority. They are literally willing to do anything and everything they can to maintain power, included but not limited to forcing you to have your rapist baby, forcing you to have an incestuous baby with your father. They don't give a damn where the kids are coming from. As long as they're white, they're right, and that's all they care about. In case you haven't been paying attention, not only do they want an oligarchy dictatorship, they also want to create a permanent underclass, slave class, basically. And not just the prison systems that's already there, but more along the lines of China, okay? Think about their manufacturing jobs and stuff in China. Those people literally live, work, and die at the factories, and that is not an exaggeration. They live on the property, they meet and marry people there, they have their kids there, they do not leave. Which is why you see so many suicides and these people jumping out the windows, and instead of them doing anything about it, their solution is to put nets outside of the windows so they can grab you and put your ass right back to work. That's pretty much what they want the working class here to be like. A nonstop, on the machine, constant. We're talking 17, 18-hour days, and this is not an exaggeration. This is the reason why they are buddying up to your Jeff Bezos and people like that. They want Amazon to be the model, okay? They want all corporations to pretty much function like Amazon. They want you working in there, not using the bathroom, freaking wearing diapers and all this other nutso craziness, constantly monitoring your time, knowing exactly when you clock in, where you're at, when you clock out, all of that. Constantly monitoring your time when you're on and off the clock. Like, this is pretty much what they're going for. And they're hoping that you will be completely dumbed down from the dopamines, from your phone, from consumerism, capitalism. They're hoping that these things will sustain you mentally to where you're not realizing that you're doing this nutso shit, okay? And yes, it all goes back to racism and white supremacy. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all don't figure out what it is and how it operates, everything that you do will only confuse you. And that is Dr. Neely Fuller.